Here is the paraphrase script following the angel's whisper theme and structure. Beloved soul, welcome into this sacred space. You did not stumble upon this message by chance, and you did not arrive here without reason. Heaven itself has guided your steps to these words because the angels have something important they need you to hear. Something your heart has been quietly waiting to receive. Something that carries truth, not confusion. Peace, not fear. And before we go any further, I want you to pause right now and write in the comments, "I believe in God," or "I love God." This is not simply a comment, it is a declaration of faith. When you speak these words aloud, you unlock something in your spirit. You open a channel between your heart and heaven. Faith is never passive. It is activated through declaration and through surrender. Music. And if this is your very first time joining us here, welcome, beloved. This is Angel's Whisper, a sacred space created for divine messages, prophetic insight, and heavenly truth, a place where God's wisdom meets the human heart. I invite you to subscribe right now and turn on your notifications so that every message sent through this channel finds its way to you. Because every word shared here is carefully placed by heaven to guide you, protect you, and draw you closer to the plan God has already written for your life. Music. Now, beloved, the angels are speaking with both urgency and tenderness. There is something moving around your life right now. Something you may have noticed but dismissed. Something you may have felt but talked yourself out of believing. There is a warmth surrounding your presence, a quiet and steady energy that carries the weight of genuine admiration and sincere emotional attachment. You may have called it coincidence. You may have told yourself your thoughts were misleading you. You may have even whispered to yourself that connections like this do not happen for someone like you. Music. But heaven is sending this message today to tell you clearly, what you have been sensing is not imagination. What your spirit has been quietly picking up is not false hope. It is truth. Someone younger than you has developed feelings for you that reach far deeper than you currently understand. This is not a passing attraction. This is not a light interest that fades with the next season. What this person carries for you has settled deep within their heart. They think about you when they wake in the morning, and they carry thoughts of you as they close their eyes at night. Music. You live in their thoughts throughout the ordinary moments of their day. Even when life pulls their attention in other directions, even when responsibilities crowd their mind, you remain there. A steady presence, a gentle mystery they are still learning to understand. Beloved, write this in the comments right now as a declaration of openness. I am open to receiving love from unexpected places. This declaration tells heaven that your heart is ready and your spirit is willing. Music. Now I know that part of you may be sitting with this word and wondering whether it is truly meant for you. Maybe you've looked at yourself through the lens of your past and questioned what someone younger could possibly find in you. Maybe you have whispered quietly to your own heart that your best seasons have already passed, that your light has grown dim with time. That love of this kind belongs to younger, fresher versions of people. But beloved, those are not truths. Those are wounds speaking. Those are the voices of disappointment and rejection that attach themselves to your thinking during seasons of pain. Music. The divine realm has been watching over you for a long time. Heaven has witnessed every struggle. Every silent night you lay awake wondering if love had forgotten your name. Every moment you questioned whether you would ever feel truly chosen again. God saw every one of those tears. He heard every prayer you whispered in the dark. And not one of those fears reflects who you truly are. You are a remarkable soul. Your presence shifts the atmosphere of every room you enter, even if you have grown too familiar with yourself to notice it. Others see it clearly. They see the depth behind your eyes. They see how you make people feel genuinely heard. They see the quiet strength that comes not from never being broken, but from choosing to heal after being broken. Music. And this younger person sees all of that and more. They are drawn to you in ways they cannot easily explain, even to themselves. When they are near you, something settles inside them. Something calms. Something awakens. They feel more at peace and more fully alive all at once. They feel as though they have discovered something their heart had been quietly searching for, without ever having a name for it. And that feeling has only grown stronger with time until it can no longer be held back or ignored. Music. Beloved, you may have already noticed the signs. Perhaps this person holds your gaze a moment longer than necessary. Perhaps their voice softens when they speak to you as though being near you requires a gentler version of themselves. Perhaps they find reasons to be close to you. Small reasons, helpful reasons, reasons that do not always need to be said. Perhaps they remember details about you that you barely recall sharing. The little things, the passing comments, the quiet preferences you mentioned once and forgot. These are not accidents, beloved. Comment? Yes, if you want the angels to reveal even more signs that this younger soul has chosen your heart. These are the quiet actions of someone whose heart has already decided. Music. And there are reasons this connection exists. Reasons this person was drawn to you so specifically and so deeply. The universe does not create bonds without purpose. Every soul that enters your life arrives carrying meaning. This younger soul has been placed on your path as part of a greater unfolding, a design that is still being revealed to you day by day. And the fact that this message reached you today is not coincidence. Out of everything available to you, something inside you guided you here. Something in your spirit recognized that these words were meant for your life. Do not ignore that recognition. That is your soul confirming what heaven is saying. Music. Beloved, the angels want you to understand something powerful. When this younger person is near you, the noise of the world fades. The pressure and confusion they carry through their daily life becomes quieter in your presence. You have learned through your years of living that not every storm requires a reaction. Not every moment needs to be forced or controlled. You have gathered a steadiness that took time to build, and this younger person feels that steadiness deeply. They may be surrounded by uncertainty and fear in their own life, but you represent something solid, something safe, something they cannot easily find in the world around them, and that is a powerful and sacred kind of attraction. Music. You also carry the gift of making people feel seen. When this person is with you, they feel capable and valued. They feel like their words matter and their story is worth hearing. These things may feel ordinary to you because you offer them naturally, but to someone who has spent seasons feeling overlooked, the way you truly listen means everything. Remember the words of Proverbs 18, verse 22. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. True covenant connection begins long before vows are spoken. It begins in the quiet moments of being truly seen and genuinely valued. Music. Now, beloved, I want you to understand something that the angels are speaking very clearly. The fact that this person is younger than you is not an obstacle. It is not a problem requiring a solution. In many ways, it is a gift. Age differences in love can bring rare and beautiful strengths that same-season connections often cannot offer. Different life stages create a natural balance. Different experiences and perspectives blend into something deeply fulfilling when both hearts are genuinely invested. Do not allow the opinions of others or the unwritten rules of society to decide which connections are allowed in your life. The universe does not follow human expectations about love. Love flows where it is meant to flow. Connection forms where hearts are prepared. And when two souls resonate with one another, age becomes a small detail in the presence of something much larger. Music. Declare this now in the comments with confidence. Love finds me. God's plan includes me. Let this declaration open your heart and your spirit to what heaven is already sending your way. Music. Beloved, there is something about your essence that this younger person finds deeply magnetic. Your essence is the full and layered blend of everything that makes you uniquely who you are. It is the way you carry yourself through difficulty. It is the warmth that settles around your presence even when you are simply sitting in silence. It is the stories your eyes carry, the calm in your voice, the way you handle hardship without losing yourself. All of it together creates something rare. Something that this younger person has been drawn to again and again, even when they have tried to find a logical reason to step away. Music. And here is what the angels want you to hear clearly. This person has tried to explain their feelings to themselves. They have tried to make sense of it and move past it. But each time they attempt to pull away, the feelings only deepen. Their thoughts return to you with a consistency that cannot be forced or faked, because their heart has quietly and firmly chosen you. True soul connections do not appear often in a lifetime, and people who genuinely see you for who you truly are remain rare. When something real enters your life, it is worth staying present for. You do not need to rush. You do not need to force a particular outcome. You only need to remain aware. Watch the signs. Notice what your own heart is feeling. Do not silence those emotions. They carry wisdom. They deserve space to grow into what they are truly meant to become. Music. And beloved, what the angels are revealing is this. This younger person is not drawn only to how you appear on the outside. They are drawn to your soul. They want your mind. They want your stories. They want the wisdom you have gathered through seasons of life that they have not yet lived. This is the kind of connection that carries depth from the very beginning. This is the kind of love you deserve. Not a love that only notices the surface, but a love that searches deeper and finds something worth staying for. Music. A new chapter is opening in your life, beloved, and this connection may very well be part of what God is writing into your next season. Allow the weight of the past to release its hold. Allow the stories of who you were during seasons of pain to step aside, because they do not define what is coming. Share this message with someone who needs to be reminded that love has not forgotten them, that unexpected connections carry divine purpose, that God still writes beautiful chapters for those who choose to remain open. Music. Now, beloved, the angels want to address something that lives quietly in many hearts, but rarely gets spoken aloud. It is the fear of being too much or not enough at the same time. The fear that someone younger cannot truly be serious. The fear that this will somehow lead to pain rather than joy. And beloved, those fears are understandable. They come from a heart that has been hurt before and learned to protect itself. But hear this truth from heaven. If this bond brings you genuine joy, if it brings you excitement and a sense of new possibility, that itself is a sign. Romans 8 verse 28 reminds us clearly that all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to His purpose. This connection is not accidental. It is being woven together with intention and divine care. Music. Write this in the comments right now as your declaration of faith. I trust that God is working all things for my good. Let this anchor your heart when doubt tries to creep in and steal what heaven is offering you. Music. Beloved soul, the angels also want you to understand something beautiful about what you carry. You offer this younger person something the world around them cannot easily provide. You offer depth, steadiness, and the kind of wisdom that only comes from truly living. And in return, they bring something to you as well. They carry enthusiasm and fresh energy. They bring a perspective still full of possibility and belief in what can still happen. Together, you balance one another. You bring what they need, and they carry what you may have slowly lost touch with during hard seasons. This is not imbalance. This is divine complementing. Two souls placed near each other because what one carries, the other needs. Music. Declare this boldly in the comments. I am worthy of love that completes me. Speak it now and let heaven hear your agreement with what is being prepared for you. Music. And beloved, I want you to hear this very clearly. Many of heaven's blessings remain blocked not because God withholds them, but because we do not believe we deserve them. We stand at the edge of something beautiful and turn away because a voice inside whispers that it cannot be real, that it will not last, that it is too good for someone like us. But that voice is not from God. That voice belongs to every wound that was never fully healed, every rejection that left a mark, every season of loneliness that trained your heart to expect emptiness. Zephaniah 3 verse 17 reminds us powerfully that the Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you. In His love He will rejoice over you with singing. God rejoices over you, beloved. He does not look at you and see someone past their season. He looks at you and sees someone whose finest chapters are still being written. Music. Type this now in the comments with courage. I am never alone because God is with me and love is still coming for me. Let this declaration replace every fear and every lie that loneliness has spoken over your life. Music. Now, beloved, the angels want to speak to those of you who are quietly carrying wounds from past love. Some of you have loved deeply and lost. Some of you made yourself fully available to someone who ultimately chose someone else. Some of you waited, hoped, and prayed only to watch a season close without the outcome you believed was coming. Those wounds are real. That pain is valid. And heaven has seen every private tear. Psalm 34 verse 18 tells us that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. God does not rush past your pain. He sits with you in it. He heals what was broken. He restores what seasons of disappointment stole. But healing requires honesty with yourself. It requires allowing yourself to grieve what did not work, rather than immediately filling the silence with distraction. Because a heart that never heals carries its wounds into every new connection, and what was meant to be beautiful becomes burdened before it even begins. Music. If you are in a season of healing right now, do not see it as punishment. See it as preparation. God is not withholding love from you. He is restoring you so that when the right love arrives, you are whole enough to receive it fully and freely. Type this in the comments as your declaration of healing. I am being healed and made whole for the love that is coming to me. Let these words become your agreement with what heaven is doing beneath the surface of your life right now. Music. Beloved, the angels also want to speak about what happens when you begin to open your heart to this connection. When you begin to soften your spirit and release the hesitation, this younger person will feel the shift. They may be holding back right now not because their feelings are uncertain, but because they sense walls around your heart. They may fear that you see them as too young or too inexperienced. They may be waiting for a sign from you that you believe in what is forming between you. And when you begin to let your guard down gently, when you begin to allow the connection to breathe without forcing or rushing it, they will feel your openness, and your openness will give them the courage to step forward more fully. Music. 1 Corinthians 13 reminds us that love is patient and love is kind. It does not demand its own way. It does not rush and it does not force. True love, given the right environment, grows naturally into something strong and lasting. Allow this connection the space to become what it is meant to be. Do not overthink every moment. Let conversations flow naturally. Let your authentic self be present, because this younger person does not want a polished performance. They want the real you, the thoughtful, dreaming, imperfect, and deeply beautiful you. Music. Write this now in the comments as your declaration of authenticity. I will show up as my true self and trust that my true self is enough, because, beloved, you are enough. You have always been enough. And the love that is moving toward you now sees that clearly, even when you struggle to see it yourself. Music. Beloved soul, the angels are speaking one final and powerful truth over your life today. Time has not taken from you. Time has added to you. Every year you have lived has made you richer, deeper, and more layered. Every wound that healed left wisdom in its place. Every season of waiting built in you a depth that cannot be manufactured or rushed. And this younger person sees all of that. They see the beauty you tend to overlook when you stand before a mirror through tired eyes. They see the strength you dismiss as ordinary. They see the wisdom you treat as unremarkable. Let their vision help you see yourself differently. Let their admiration remind you of what God has always known about you. Music. You are beautiful, beloved. Not in spite of your age, but fully including it. The life you have lived is written into your presence, and it makes you more interesting, more real, and more deeply attractive than you currently allow yourself to believe. This younger person is not drawn to a younger version of you that no longer exists. They are drawn to exactly who you are right now in this season. Isaiah 43 verse 19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? God is doing something new in your life, beloved. A door that felt closed has quietly opened. A season that felt finished is only the end of one chapter and the beginning of something far more beautiful." Music. Declare this now boldly in the comments. I step into love. I step into my new season with faith and open hands. Let this be your agreement with heaven. Let this be the moment your heart says yes to what God has been carefully preparing for you. Music. Heavenly Father, we thank you for every beloved soul receiving this message today. We thank you that you are a God who sees the lonely and calls them beloved, a God who numbers every tear and holds every broken piece with care. Lord, we lift this listener into your hands right now. Heal every wound that past love left behind. Remove every fear that loneliness planted in their heart. Restore their sense of worth and let them see themselves the way heaven sees them. If this younger person is truly the one you have prepared for this season of their life, bring clarity, courage, and covenant alignment. Remove every obstacle that fear and doubt have placed between two hearts that belong together. And if this connection is not the one, let your peace guard them as you gently redirect their steps toward the one who is. We seal this prayer with faith in the mighty name of Jesus. Music. Beloved soul, as you carry this message with you today, remember this final truth. You are not forgotten. You are not past your season. You are not too old, too broken, or too far behind for love to find you. God does not work within the limits of human timelines. He works within his own perfect and purposeful design. And in his design, your story is still being written. The chapter opening before you now carries beauty you have not yet seen and joy you have not yet touched. Music. Walk forward with faith. Walk forward knowing that what is truly meant for you cannot be lost, cannot be stolen, and cannot be permanently delayed. Heaven is working on your behalf even in the moments you cannot feel it. And the love that is moving toward you right now is being carried by someone who already sees in you what God always knew was there. Music. If this message has spoken to your heart today, like this video so that other souls who need this word can receive it as well. Subscribe to Angel's Whisper and turn on your notifications so you never miss a message meant for your life. And type boldly in the comments right now, blessed and ready, because beloved, you are blessed. You are ready, and heaven's best is already on its way to you. Music.